Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you all to the Q4 and FY2025 post-earnings conference call of Jyoti Resins and Adhesives Ltd. Today on the call from the management team we have with us Mr. Utkarsh Patel, Managing Director. We also have the Chief Marketing Officer, Mr. Samit on the call. As a disclaimer, I would like to inform all of you that this call may contain forward-looking statements which may involve risk and uncertainties. Also a reminder that this call is being recorded. I would now request the management to detail us about the business and performance highlights for the period ended 31st March 2025, the growth plan and vision for the coming years, post which we will open the floor for Q&A. Over to you, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you all to the Q4 FY25 post-earnings conference call of Jyoti Resins and Adhesives Ltd. As you would have gone through the investor presentations uploaded to the exchanges, we have delivered nearly 15% volume growth on YOY basis, Q4 FY25 versus Q4 FY24. While on a quarter-on-quarter basis, Q4 FY25 versus Q3 FY25, our volume growth is 24%. For the full year 25, the volume growth stood at approximate 12%. This was mainly due to a flat Q2, as was explained also in our Q3 con call. Revenue on an adjusted basis grew 14% YOY, driven by this volume growth. Further, I'm happy to share that we have signed Mr. Pankaj Tripathi as our brand ambassador, which will help to grow our business, create visibility, and support in the marketing efforts for national visibility for the brand in consumers and also in dealers, retailers, and carpenters. We have continued to put in strong efforts in our ground level work with carpenters and dealers, with several meets conducted during Q4 to showcase our product portfolio and improve our penetration in existing markets and create visibility in the new markets also. These activities also expected to continue aggressively in Q1 FY26 as well. While we gain market share in this quarter in some of our strong cities and states, we have witnessed good response in our new states as well as our mature markets. The higher margins of more than 30% was lead higher volumes and thereby offering us better spread and operating leverage. We have further increased the number of branches to 42 during Q3 to 48 in Q4, while we have increased our sales and marketing teams as well. In terms of our capacity expansion and capex plans, we are looking to add another 1500 tons per month over end of this financial year at our existing plant. That will take us to capacity of 3500 tons per month. That can generate 650 crores of revenue in existing plant. In next 2 years, we will start to plan for greenfield expansion for future growth. Now I'm opening the floor for questions and answers.
Thank you, sir. All those who wish to ask a question may please use the option of raise hand. In case you're unable to raise hand, just drop a message on the chat and we'll invite you to ask the question. All those who wish to ask a question can use the option of raise hand. We'll take the first question from Manan Shah. Manan, you can go ahead, please.
Hi, sir. Thank you for the opportunity. I'm relatively new to the company, so please pardon if you have already answered these questions in the earlier call. Can you please talk about which are the top 3 states for us? And I believe you hinted that we have around 35% market share in Gujarat. How has this market share improved over the past 2 or 3 years?
So we are doing good business in 5 states, the central and western part. And these are the Gujarat, Rajasthan, MP, Maharashtra and Karnataka. For Gujarat, we have 35% market share, and that is grew by 10% in last 2 years.
Okay. By 10%, you mean that 30 to
25 to
something,
30.
30 something has become 35 now.
25, 25 to 35, so 10%, yeah.
Okay, okay. And the growth in the current year that we have achieved, is this from these five states, or this growth is driven from the newer states or where we have entered?
So, majority growth comes from the existing 5 states. The reason is the volume is higher in these 5 mature states, and we have also taken the growth from the newer markets also.
Okay. Understood. We've recently hired Pankaj Tripathi as a brand ambassador. So for going forward, what will be our average marketing and branding spend that we are targeting for the coming year?
So we are targeting 7 to 8% of revenue, and that will be lead by half is trade marketing and half for the brand communications.
Okay. And which are the newer states that we are targeting?
So right now we are targeting into the UP Delhi. We are also focusing more into the West Bengals and to the Chhattisgarh also, and Telangana, Andhra also.
Okay. And these new geographies where we are targeting, have we built a warehouse or a depot or something to quickly service these markets, or what is the strategy? How do we go about that?
So we appoint consignee and sales agents. So basically they are our stockist. So we have 48 stockists right now across these 14 states.
Okay. Sure. I'll get back in the queue. Thanks.
Thank you.
We'll take the next question from Sameer Palot. Sameer, you can unmute and answer.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes. Yes, you're audible.
Thank you for taking my question. Sir, new to the company, so slightly basic, but sir, what is the hindrance this company has in growing much faster from a base of, because you have a low base of around 250 crores? Is it sacrifice some margins and grow faster? And if you're not ready to compromise on your high margins, then you grow at a more measured pace. Is that the way the market is? If you can just explain that dynamic.
See, actually, the distribution market is always, I believe that is always a 15-20 years of investment of entire team to make this type of network. So we have invested 18 years into this journey. So now in that scenario, we have experienced so many things, and now the speed has become more faster compared to as earlier. So right now we are, as we have explained, that 14 states network we have established, the 48 branches we have established, the team of 430 people of Salesforce now working to make this family, Euro family, much bigger than right now. So the expansion is on that mode, and right now we have associated with 350,000 carpenters. Among those, almost 2 lakh carpenters we have registered into our loyalty program, and we have also increased the base of the retailers also, so that are now 12,500 retailers we are working with them. So it is the journey, and so we believe that into the tertiary sales, the profit is also always depends on that only. So we are not only primary focused company. We always believe that tertiary pull should be there. So maybe we are taking the time for that, but the fundamentals will be strong by this journey.
Sir, so what does it take for you to move from, let's say, 12,000 retail distributors to, I don't know, 30,000, 25,000 or 30,000? Is it that this process just takes time and it will take 2-3 years for you to double your reach?
Yes, you can say that, because see, right now we are taking at least 2 to 3 years to make one state as a mature level. So that was earlier 4 to 5 years, 6 years we have taken, but that time we as a not a strong base and we were very new in earlier stage, so no experience and no team were there. But right now we are in that situations and that positions that we have now enough matured our team and matured enough and experienced in our business and strategies. So we took at least 2 to 3 years to take that state at that level. So yes, we can say if we want to go for the 25,000 or 30,000 retailers, it will require at least 4 to 5 years from here.
And sir, your consignee agents and your retail touch points, why? What are you offering them, which makes them, switch to euro instead of, let's say, whatever other brand they were selling earlier? What is it that are you giving more commissions? Is the product quality a differentiator? Rate mein farak hai? What all do you need to do to get penetration once you have, or why does he move to you?
See, जैसा मैंने explain किया कि it's a journey of that trust what we need to build to the retailers first. If we talk about the stockist, then stockist, the CSA is the dispatch partner. So they maintain the stocks, delivery, dispatch, and accountings mainly. And for the retailers, yes, of course, there is experienced of the services, and the quality should be on the regular basis that we need to do that particular transactions to get that trust for that. So in retail business, always that takes time. It is not like that we do one placement of 100 kg or 200 kg and then that's it done and now the retailers move to the euro. No, that is not like that. So initial, that is basic placements, then we need to prove ourselves by giving them the best service and ease of doing policy. What as a euro we are always as a preferable brand with the retailers. So that different policies and not only pricing or discount or credits, but mainly the commitments, the promising what we are giving to the retailers, how we fulfill that promises, how we deliver that commitments, that matters. And consistently you prove yourself by then you can gain the more market share for that.
So, sir, like for like, let's say for the like for like kind of product, if Pidilite is priced at 100 rupees, just as an example, what would be your pricing and what would be your commission into the full channel, including consignee and retailer versus somebody like a Pidilite?
So for the consumer MRP level, we are almost same. For the dealer pricing wise, we are almost same. But for the landing of total landing of the price, that is more attractive in euro as compared to the others.
Sir, you didn't understand that. Landing for whom?
2 retailers and 2 carpenters also. So for retailers, as an example, we are passing 8 to 12% of margin.
Right.
Retailers.
Right. And what would your competition be doing? At least Pidilite for that matter?
Cannot disclose in this investor call for particular company name, but I can guide our margin to the retailer. So that is comparatively to 8 to 13%, that is more attractive than what others are offering, that is almost 4 to 6%.
Understood. And now, sir, last question, would you feel confident that now you're getting a brand ambassador, so there will be much more sort of traction for the brand on the sort of retail end, on the carpenter end? Is it likely that we will now see a much faster growth over the next 2-3 years? Not asking for the next 1 or 2 quarters, but more like a medium-term objective. Can we grow at a much faster pace than we have in the past?
Yes, we can go for that, because as now we are in that positions that now we have onboarded Mr. Pankaj Tripathi as a brand ambassador. So we want to create more visibility. We want to give more confidence to our retailers, to our consumers, to our carpenters. And yes, we are very optimistic with this journey, and these 3 years of associations maybe put this brand into the next level, what we are targeting for that.
Thank you, sir, and all the best. Thank you for answering my questions.
Thank you.
Take the next question from the line of Shubh Shah. Shubh, you can unmute and ask.
Sir, you have any comments on realizations for this quarter? How have they changed?
Realization has not changed much into this quarter.
Mm-hmm. And from 1 year back?
1 year back, it is also not much change. Maybe 1 to 2%. I have to look into the exact data, but it is not much that change, because the pricing and the raw material pricings are more or less same since 1 year.
Understood. And second question is, I see we have both distributors and branches. So, how exactly these two play different roles in our supply chain? Do we also employ distributors in all states, or it's only a particular few states where we use a distributor model, others we use only CSAs?
Yeah. So our model is basically a CSA stockist model. So that are the stockists, and as I mentioned that they are the partner for the dispatch and the stock maintain and the billings partners. So the model is the same in distributor. When it is tier 3, tier 4 small villages town, we appointed distributor where he can take care of 70, 80 or 100 retailers. But if we talk about the metro, mega or any major cities, then we go with these channels only. So the market can be the open, and we can we can put our entire strategies, the marketing, branding, advertising or sales strategies as a universal level. So these are the reasons. So right now 90% of revenue is generated by these 48 stockists and 10% by the small distributors.
Understood, sir. And can you share in which geographies we added the new branches?
Sure. So in a UP we do, and in a UP we have done Agra and Gorakhpur. Then one Chhattisgarh branch is there, and in Punjab we have added Patiala and Chandigarh.
Understood. That's all from my end. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll take the next question from the chat. The question is from Vishal Pandya. As I understand, VAM, a crude derivative, is our key raw material, which as per my understanding is majorly imported in India. With the fall in crude, what is the impact on VAM prices and any scope of margin expansion? Also, is there any impact of tariff war on VAM prices globally?
Sure. So VAM prices generally is stable since 3 years. Recently in last quarter, little rise in the VAM around 3 to 4%. So as an industry leader has also declared the price rise of just 1.5 to 2%, and also we have declared. So in a current scenario, it will be not the much different into the margins, because as it is a matter of 1 month, and we can take the price rise in the next month. So yes, VAM is totally 100% imported, and there is no manufacturing in India. And generally VAM is very stable in nowadays, just little bit higher side that increase the things here, 2 to 3% only.
Thank you, sir. We'll take the next question from the line of Keshav Garg. Keshav, you can unmute and ask.
What was the volume growth for FY25 year on year?
That was 14%.
Sir, so our revenues, so this you are talking for the full year, right?
Full year.
Sir, so our revenues increased by around 10%. So that means there was a realization degrowth of 4%. Is that understanding correct?
No, just one correction. The Q4 versus Q4 is a growth of 14%. The annual is around 12%.
Okay. So, but despite that, so that means there is a marginal 1.5-2% price degrowth.
It's flattish over last year.
Okay. Now, sir, the concern is that the receivables have jumped from around, if we see 94 crore last year to around 126 crore, which is like a increase of almost 34%, whereas revenues went up by 10% only. So now we are giving it seems 5-6% credit to the channel. So it's like for a retail product, mostly the cash is done on cash and carry basis. If you see majority of the companies, the distributors hold the inventory, and so here we are giving 5-6% of credit. So it's really concern. So what's your thought on this?
So, yes, you are very right that from 94 crore to 125 crores in this March balance sheet. The reason is we have generated a very higher volume in March month, and that was around 47 crores. So this is the reason that this jump at this level. But this will be again came back within these 2 months, because it's see in B2C, in this trade business, it is generally 70 to 90 days, 100 days is expected by the retailers. So that is the scenario that is set up into the mind. So in our mature states, we are offering them 75 to 80 to max 90 days of credit cycle, and that as we can see, as Jyoti Resins is always debt free. So this is the reason that we rotate that cycle in a proper timeline since long years. So and we have right now 17 years invested into this business, and that model I have explained about, that 48 stockist, so that 90% revenues generated by this channel partner. So it means the debtors are spreaded into the 14 state into the 12,500 retailers. So it creates a lower risk by this model. So I don't think so there is much risk, and that Jyoti Resin has proved by delivering that below 1% bad debts. So it is just a matter of just 1 or 2 months, then that will become again in a routine cycle for that. Because in B2C business, every dealers want to finish that the deadlines of the volume growth and the schemes of yearly basis, the trips or gold, silvers, etc. So in March month we have taken the higher growth. So that is the reason that grow to the 94 to 125 crores.
Sir, now you think that next year we will be able to achieve our target of 450 to 500 crore revenue?
So yes, we have given the guidelines of we have targeted 500 crore 2027, FY 2027. But we are very optimistic. Yes, we are working hard. Our team is much focused. Yes, the last Q2 was not at that par, at that level, because due to the rain and festival constraint and all over strain into the demands, and that gives us little back of 5% of this year what we have expected to grow by 20% CAGR. But yes, we are aiming that for the 20-25%, and so that's why we have onboarded the celebrity to gain the major pool for our brand. So yeah, so we are targeting for the 450 or 500 crore of revenue in 2027.
So in FY26, what should we expect?
We are targeting, as I mentioned, that 20-25% of revenue growth. So we can say that 360-370 crores we are targeting for that.
Okay, sir. Great, sir. Thank you very much and best of luck to you and your team.
Thank you.
Take the next question from the line of Bhavin Chadda. Bhavin, you can unmute and ask.
Yeah, good morning, sir. Good set of numbers in quarter four and good recovery. And as you mentioned, March sales of 47 crores, so looks to be a very good exit. Just coming back to the guidance, the strong guidance which you're guiding, basically, also last year, quarter two, quarter three was a little off, and so your sales were broad. So what gives you confidence? Are you seeing recovery across industry and you participating, or basically your base effect was low and something happened in last year first half, so your growth would be higher this year?
So I don't want to give that type of excuse that because of the flattish things or because the industry growth is 8-9% as we have seen, but the opportunity is very vast in our segments as 7,500 crore of market, and we have achieved just 300 crore near number for that. So aiming 12,000 crore is not wrong, what I believe, because we are totally focused and we want to stay focused till this 1,000 crore of journey, what I have explained. So that is the plan, and yes, we are on it. And I think the very detailed things we have now put into our organizations, and we are now into the micromanagement, and we are using our CRM and improving our ERP CRM systems, data works, and team building and induction training program, new hirings, a new onboarding of new people, new talent also. So we are on it, and I think that is the reason that the journey is. I believe the journey is started now, and now we have that experience and the strong base with this 70 crores of PAT. So I don't think so that there are much challenges now. We need to just become the very streamlined into very well focused. So maybe we'll deliver maybe one year around, maybe we can late, but that I believe on the strong fundamentals business only.
Sure, sir. And sir, we will be, since the raw material prices are largely stable, so do we expect to maintain over 30% EBITDA margins for next 2 years at least?
So as I mentioned that we have now a target for the 7-8% into the brand communications and trade marketing. So I have always guided for the 22-25% of EBITDA in a longer term. So this year, maybe if the gross margin remains same and raw material prices remain same, so we can come to the maybe 25-28% of EBITDA, we can say.
25-28%. Okay. Yeah. And sir, our 1,500 ton expansion will be at what cost, and when would it commission?
We are targeting for actually this end of the years, and maybe early than this. It will cost around 5-7 crores max.
So except this, there is no other capex, right?
Right now, there is no other capex because we are adding 1,500 tons per month by doing these facilities in a brownfield. So that will create a revenue of 650 crores into the existing plant for that.
So I think you are now 2,000 tons. So 1,500 will make you 3,500 tons, which will have sales potential of 650 crores, assuming a seasonality in the business, right?
Yeah, so 85% capacity utilizations is what we can expect. So it is, if we do for the 3,500 ton, then 3,000 ton we can expect. So it is 650 crores of revenue. Yes.
Sure. And this year, which new states are you adding any new states? Because I think when we last met, you said you're targeting 9 states and to replicate your successful model already there in the 5 states. So what is the progress in other 4 states and what was the sales or market share, if you can share, in the other 4 states over and above the core 5 states?
Sure. So we have much deep dive. As an example, I mentioned that we have opened new branches into the UP. So UP is the state what we are expecting our new journey and more penetration into UP. The Delhi is also there. So this is parallel all the states what we are looking to grow for. So the 9 states is the UP, Delhi, the Punjab, West Bengal, Telangana, Andhra. So efforts are ongoing, and all the cities are very good into the real estate infrastructures. यहाँ पे grow हो रहा है, and that replica the formula now we have got by working so many years into these 5 states. So it is on pipeline for that. Yeah.
Thank you, sir, and best of luck. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll take the next question from Mahesh Atal. Mahesh, you can unmute and
Hi, Utkarsh ji. Am I audible?
yes.
मैं अपना सवाल थोड़ा हिंदी में पूछूंगा आपसे। तो पहले तो आपको बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं, आपने बहुत अच्छा रिजल्ट पेश किया है।
Thank you.
उत्कर्ष जी, मेरे को एक जानना है, अभी हमने दिल्ली और यूपी में आपने एंट्री ली है 23-24 में आपने बोला है। तो आई वुड लाइक टू नो, मेरे को ये जानना है कि आपका मॉडल क्या है अभी वहां पर। वेयर हाउस है आपका, ओन मॉडल है, एंड अभी हाउ मेनी रिटेल काउंटर्स को आपने टच किया है यूपी और दिल्ली में, और साइज क्या है मार्केट का, मतलब रिटेल काउंटर्स कितने हैं और आपने टच पॉइंट्स कितने अभी तक कर लिए वहां पे। एनी डेटा, आपके पास कुछ डेटा है इसके रिलेटेड?
Yeah. तो सबसे पहले जैसा मैंने आपको बताया कि स्टॉकिस्ट मॉडल से हम 90% काम कर रहे हैं, और हम जितनी भी मेजर मेगा सिटीज है, बड़ी सिटीज है, वहां पे ये मॉडल से काम कर रहे हैं। एंड यूपी में हमने अभी 6 ब्रांचेस किए हैं, जहाँ पे लखनऊ हो गया, झांसी हो गया, आगरा हो गया, बनारस हो गया, गोरखपुर हो गया। एंड राइट नाउ हमने 450 काउंटर्स में प्लेसमेंट किया है इन एंटायर यूपी, एंड दिल्ली में हमने 150 काउंटर्स में प्लेसमेंट किया है। सो करीबन हमने 600 काउंटर्स में यूपी दिल्ली में प्लेसमेंट्स किया है। एंड यहाँ पे अगर यूनिवर्स देखने जाए तो ये कम से कम 4 से 5 हजार रिटेलर्स का हम assumption कर सकते हैं कि 4 to 5,000 retailers who are selling these adhesives white glue product. तो अभी ये जर्नी की शुरुआत है, एंड यहाँ से हमने करीबन 40% काउंटर्स ऐसे जहाँ पे हमने रिपीट सेल लिया है। सो ये जर्नी है हमारी।
अभी मेरा ये सेकंड क्वेश्चन ये रहेगा, आपका सेल का कितना परसेंटेज इन 2 स्टेट से आ रहा है, क्योंकि 1 साल हो गया है आपको इन 2 स्टेट्स में। एंड हमको क्या रोक रहा है ये 5,000 जो यूनिट आपने बोला है कि अभी 10% का ही मार्केट आपने कवर किया है। तो ऐसा क्या है जो मतलब वहाँ की क्राउड एक्सेप्टेबिलिटी हमारा प्रोडक्ट का नहीं हो पा रहा, या हम वहां पर सेल्स एंड मार्केटिंग पे अभी तक हमारा फोकस नहीं, क्यों हम 1 साल में भी सिर्फ 400 या 500 आउटलेट्स तक ही पहुंच पाए। एंड आगे जाके क्या ऐसा करने वाली है कंपनी कि हम एटलीस्ट 40-50% मार्केट को इसको केटर कर पाए।
सी जब हम 1.5 साल की लास्ट जर्नी की बात कर रहे हैं, सो दैट सबसे पहले तो हमने जो ब्रांचेस बनाए तो ये प्रोसेस हुई है हमारे कंसाइनेंट सेल्स एजेंट्स अपॉइंट करने की, देन टीम बिल्डिंग। सो राइट नाउ वी हैव अ टीम ऑफ almost 50 people of team तो ये 50 पीपल की टीम भी हमने ऑनबोर्ड की है एक साल में, CSS ऑनबोर्ड किए हैं, प्रोडक्ट अवेलेबिलिटी करी है, प्लेसमेंट्स किए हैं, द मार्केटिंग एंड इन शॉप ब्रांडिंग कैंपेन्स हमारे अभी चालू है, कारपेंटर्स की इन शॉप मीटिंग्स हमारी चालू है, हमने रजिस्ट्रेशन करवाए कारपेंटर्स के, जहाँ पे कम से कम 2,500 से 3,000 कारपेंटर्स ऑलरेडी रजिस्टर्ड हो चुके हैं, और इनको प्लेटफॉर्म पे लाना, उनको ये प्रोडक्ट की विजिबिलिटी करवाना. तो दिस इज अ B2C बिजनेस एंड दैट ऑलवेज टेक्स अ टाइम. एंड जैसा मैंने बताया कि एज अ ज्योति रेजिन, एज अ यूरो ब्रांड, वी ऑलवेज बिलीव इन टू द स्ट्रॉन्ग फंडामेंटल्स business that can create a good profitability and good long-term future plans. So हमने हड़बड़ी नहीं की है कि हमने फटाफट डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर्स ओपन कर दिए, CSS ओपन कर दिए, प्राइमरी सेल्स कर दिया. वी डोंट वांट टू कम बैक फॉर दैट. सो हम ये पैसे जा रहे हैं, बट ये कॉन्क्रीट पेस है हमारा.
उत्कर्ष जी, मेरे को बस ये जानना है कि एक स्टेट मैच्योर होने में आपके पास, तो आपने इतने स्टेट्स में काम किया है, हर स्टेट का डेटा आपके पास होगा. मेरे को ये जानना है, एक स्टेट मैच्योर होने में 50% उसका मार्केट या फिर 40% तक पहुंचने के लिए हमको कितना टाइम लगा था प्रीवियसली, और अभी कितना टाइम आप एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हो कि इन स्टेट्स में लग सकता है. दैट इज व्हाट, क्योंकि आप आगे की भी स्ट्रेटेजी उसी के बेसिस पे आप बोल रहे हो 9 स्टेट्स में हम जाएंगे. तो
40% मार्केट तो बहुत अच्छी बात है कि अगर हम वो कर पाए तो वेरी वेल मार्केट, क्योंकि 40% आप, एज वी ऑल नो दैट द सिंगल डोमिनेंट प्लेयर सिंस 65 years and Euro is the only brand who has generated this 300 crore of revenue after that. तो गैप डेफिनेटली बहुत बड़ा है, लेकिन ये जर्नी भी उतनी ही स्ट्रॉन्ग हार्ड वर्क के साथ पेनफुल रही है. सो राइट नाउ, जैसा मैंने आपको बताया कि हमने 3 years हम एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं कि 3 years की जर्नी हमारी रहनी चाहिए, कि जगह जहाँ पे कोई B2C मॉडल अगर है और वो 3 years में भी ब्रेक इवन पे पहुंचता है, तो मैं मानता हूँ कि वो अच्छा बिजनेस मॉडल है. इफ यू टॉक अबाउट द Amazon और फ्लिपकार्ट और डोमिनोज, तो वो 15-15 साल लगे हैं इंडिया में प्रॉफिटेबल बनने में. सो इट इज ऑलवेज दैट. बट फिर यूरो की भी आप जर्नी देखिए, हमने 100 करोड़ का रेवेन्यू 2020 में थे, फिर हमने 2 ही 3 साल में जंप लेके हम आज 300 करोड़ के नजदीक पहुंच गए हैं. तो वो एक बार बेस अगर स्ट्रांग हो जाता है, नेटवर्क स्ट्रांग हो जाता है, तो उसके बाद ग्रोथ सीधा आ जाता है 2-3 साल में. बट इनिशियल पीरियड्स इज ऑलवेज पेनफुल एंड लिटिल बिट स्ट्रेच फॉर दैट.
एंड आपका जो
I'm sorry, but I'll have to request you to join.
Sure. Thank you. All the best.
Thank you.
We'll take the next question from the chat. It's from Vatsal Deria. I have a question on volume growth for upcoming 3 years. Considering our volume grew flattish or 2 to 3% in FY24 and 12% in FY25 as compared to the guidance of 20% for FY25, how much volume growth do you expect for upcoming 3 years?
तो हम तो टारगेट कर रहे हैं 25% वॉल्यूम ग्रोथ से. एंड जैसा मैंने बताया कि हमारे एफर्ट्स भी वो डायरेक्शन में चालू है. एंड अगर हम 25% के ग्रोथ से भी अच्छी प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी के साथ काम कर रहे हैं, तो भी हम हमारे टारगेट से काफी नजदीक हम पहुंच जाएंगे 500 करोड़ तक.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
We'll take the next question from the line of Rupesh Tatia. And I request everyone to please keep the questions to 2 because we have a long queue.
Sir, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Yeah, congratulations on good set of numbers. All my questions are number related, sir. So first question is FY25, what was our total volume that we sold?
It was approximately 12,400 tons.
12,400.
12,400. Okay. Another question, sir, is this other current liability is 95 crore. Can you give a split between how much is the carpenter program and the rest?
80% is the carpenter loyalty program. 20% are the dealers, yearly volume programs, trips, then this gold, silver or home appliances kind of. So 80% we can say.
And last year, what was this proportion?
That was 88 crores, I think.
No, yeah. So 88 crore, out of that, what is the bifurcation between carpenter?
The same, 20% around.
Similar, sorry?
Similar, 20% around.
Okay. And then, sir, third question is this, you said this 8% we want to do spend on Pankaj Tripathi and other marketing spend. I wanted to tie that up with the accounting. So in the annual profit and loss report, I see sales promotion expense 46 crore and sales commission expense 7 crore. So 46 plus 7 is roughly 53 crore. So that number is very high, right? I mean, on 284 crore, it's roughly 17-18% number. So can you just help me reconcile this? And where will this number be? This 55 crore number, 53 crore number, what would this number be for FY26? It will be 60 crore, 70 crore?
So this is actually sales promotions offers lies into this. So हमारे जो loyalty programs है, कारपेंटर्स के कूपन्स प्रोग्राम है, फिर डीलर्स के वॉल्यूम प्रोग्राम है, ये सब उसमें है.
नहीं सर, सो ये 7 से 8% नंबर आपने मतलब ये मैं अकाउंटिंग में कहाँ देख सकता हूँ?
ये एडवर्टाइजिंग एंड ब्रांडिंग.
सो ये इस साल कितना था ये एक्सपेंडिचर? FY25 में कितना नंबर था ये?
That is around 2% around. So 5 to I need to look for that 5 to 6 crore rupees I think.
अच्छा, सो वो 5 to 6 करोड़ था, वो लेट्स से 350 करोड़ के बेस पे दैट नंबर विल बी रफली 25 करोड़ नेक्स्ट ईयर.
Yes.
So from 5 crore to 25 crore is where that number go. And वो कौन सी लाइन में आता है? Maybe Vinay, if you know where is this number captured in accounting?
Yeah. So it comes in the advertising and marketing expense in the annual report. Right. So if you see over there, it will be approximately 2% of revenue. Okay. So this is expected to go up to almost 5-7% of them.
Okay. Best of luck, sir. Congratulations for a good set of numbers. Yeah.
Thank you.
The next question from the line of Manan Shah. Manan, you can unmute and ask.
Yeah, hi. Thanks for the follow-up. So my question was again relating to this loyalty liability that we have created on this balance sheet. So I wanted to understand how can the carpenter community and how can they encash this loyalty benefits that they've earned?
So we have given them the digital app and we have registered them. So it's one kind of shopping mall for them. So they can choose the different home appliances, Honda Activa example, refrigerators or TVs or what they are needed. Their tools also, ply cutter machines, drill machines, etc. The bags. तो वो ऐसे ये पॉइंट्स अपने हिसाब से वो चूज कर सकते हैं एंड वी हैव अ सेपरेट टीम for this marketing and this promotions and loyalty program to handle. So we have onboarded 200 people who are looking for this the dispatch and the redemptions and the things and for carpenter programs for that.
Okay. So for purchasing these items, they can use 100% loyalty programs, or they have to give some cash also to purchase these goods?
No, they don't have to give any cash. That is 100% points.
Understood. So now since we have this large liability on our balance sheet, what is the company policy to, create a similar asset on the balance sheet as well to, service this liability as and when it crystallizes? Because there is no asset in terms of say a debt or liquid investment that the company seems to be creating to service as and when this liability crystallizes, because there as you mentioned, there is no limit on spending or redemption of these points within a year. So very high chance that this liability can crystallize within a year as well, right? So what is the company's thought process on creating an asset on the balance sheet to service this liability as and when this crystallizes? Thanks.
See, 147 crores की फिक्स डिपॉजिट कंपनी के पास ऑलरेडी है. सो वो हमने ये बेस के ऊपर खड़ा किया है कि जहाँ पे 95 करोड़ रुपीस को हम रेगुलरली सर्व कर पाए या रिडीम कर पाए. बट इज ऑल्सो नॉट इज गोइंग टू कम इन अ सिंगल डे. वो वन डे में या विद इन 1 मंथ में आने वाले नहीं होते हैं जनरली. सो हाउ इट वर्क्स, एज एन एग्जांपल मैं आपको बताऊं. See, we want to focus more into the to give the best delivery and services to the carpenters that can differentiate our brand into the market. So right now we don't think that we need kind of service partner for that. But yes, we can definitely think about in future. And so right now, for what 48 depots we have created, that is also the redemption center for our carpenters. So carpenter partial delivery is done by our sales, our carpenter team, and partial they collect from our these 48 depots also. Carpenter do direct collect from this redemption center also. So this right now we are focusing on to the give the best immediate service to our carpenters. And as the model is like that कि अगर carpenters अपने point के slab में जब उनको brand के ऊपर trust आता है तो वो लॉन्ग टर्म पॉइंट्स में जाना चाहता है और बड़े पॉइंट्स में जाना चाहता है जिसको उनको अच्छे मार्जिन्स वाली प्रोडक्ट मिल सके, गिफ्ट मिल सके. तो यहाँ पे हम उनको रेजिस्ट नहीं कर रहे कि भी नहीं आप करो, बट वी हैव स्टार्टेड सम स्मॉल रिडेम्पशन प्रोग्राम के जहाँ पे हम हमारा एक्सपीरियंस उनको ये सर्विस का दे सके काइंड ऑफ. But that that liability will be remain same around 90 to 95 crores.
Is there any expiry to this?
Then I request you to join the queue then.
It's just a follow-up. Is there any expiry to these points that they have earned?
Right now, we don't have put any expiry, but we have started the auto redemptions and we have started to acquire the talent for the tally collar type and that females called to our carpenters to do the redemptions for this experience. So that we have started, but we cannot push them for that कि नहीं आपको redeem करना ही पड़ेगा, but like that. So it's a regular process for that.
Okay, thank you.
Take the next question from the line of Piyush. Piyush, you can unmute and ask.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, Piyush.
Yeah, thank you for giving me this opportunity. So I just want to know that many new players are entering into this segment, like Astral and Asian Pen. So can you give your view on the same?
So both companies are in a multiple solutions of building materials. So as Euro, I can give you the comparison that as a Euro, we are totally focused into the white glue. And I believe that that is our strength of our team. And for other players, what you name, that they have the multiple products and they have the own challenges also into their core products. So that is the reason that we can differentiate Euro as compared to them.
Okay, thank you.
Take the next question from the line of Rajat Sethia. Rajat, you can unmute and ask.
Thanks for the opportunity. Am I audible?
Yes, Rajat.
थैंक्स सर. एक सवाल ये था कि अपनी सेल्स को अगर हमें डबल करना है तो उसके लिए हमें अपने रिटेलर्स के बेस को भी डबल करना पड़ेगा क्या?
It is parallel process. Still more penetration is should be there. So it is not like that कि हमको retailers double करना पड़ेगा या carpenters double करने पड़ेंगे. But more penetration is the key to get the volume, because परसेंटेज वाइज अगर देखने जाए तो काफी गैप है. तो ये गैप फिल करने में हम सबसे पहले हम हमारे टारगेट कर रहे हैं कि एटलीस्ट यूरो शुड बी 25 to 30% इन ईच रिटेलर और इन ईच टेरिटरी.
और सर जो हमारा टारगेट है इंक्रीमेंटल सेल्स अगले 2-3 सालों में 200-250 करोड़ का करने का, उसमें जो कंट्रीब्यूशन होगा नई स्टेट्स का या फिर मैच्योर स्टेट्स का, कितना, कौन सा, मतलब कहाँ से कितना आएगा?
सो जैसा मैंने बताया कि दोनों एफर्ट सेम रहेंगे. ज्योग्राफिकली भी हम स्प्रेड करेंगे एंड मोर पेनिट्रेशन टू द एग्जिस्टिंग मार्केट. बट जैसा मैंने आपको बताया कि अगर वॉल्यूम हमको चाहिए विद प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी तो ऑलवेज टर्शरी एंड द एग्जिस्टिंग पेनिट्रेशन वर्क्स. सो हम टारगेट कर रहे हैं कि 30% एटलीस्ट मार्केट शेयर हमारा होना चाहिए। अभी एग्जांपल आपको दूं तो आप समझ जाओगे। अभी कर्नाटका की मैं बात करूं तो वो बिजनेस है मोर देन 100 करोड़ का या 120 करोड़ का पर ईयर का, जहां पे हम अभी 25 करोड़ ले पाए हैं। तो वो गैप काफी बाकी है, तो हम ऐसे मार्केट में पेनिट्रेशन करके वॉल्यूम ग्रोथ ला पाएंगे। दैट इज द प्लान एक्चुअली।
Sir, I mean, to answer my question, so in terms of the mix, are you targeting anything
मिक्स
specific कि mature से कितना आना चाहिए, new से कितना आना चाहिए? मतलब majority of the growth will be driven by new.
एग्जैक्ट मैं आपको नहीं बता सकता हूँ, लेकिन जैसे मैंने आपको बताया कि अभी देखिए यूपी दिल्ली में अगर देखने जाए तो हमने अभी जस्ट शुरुआत की है, तो यहाँ पे तो काफी कुछ मार्केट पूरा ब्लैंक पड़ा है, तो यहाँ पे भी हम ग्रोथ प्लान करेंगे। द अदर 9 states what we are assuming to target more and to give the deep dive into that, तो वहां पे भी काफी जगह है। तो ऑल ओवर अगर देखने जाए तो 7-7.5 हजार के सामने 300 करोड़ में, मतलब बहुत लंबा जर्नी है और काफी गैप है अभी मार्केट में कवर करने के लिए।
सर, mature state को कैसे define करते हो? Be it number of retailers.
स्टेट्स में शायद हम 5% भी अगर टारगेट करते हैं, एग्जाम्पल 35% हमारा है गुजरात में, तो अगर हम 40% भी टारगेट करते हैं तो आई थिंक दैट्स अ गुड ग्रोथ इनटू द मैच्योर मार्केट फॉर द 5%, बिकॉज द वॉल्यूम इज ऑलरेडी देयर इनटू दैट, सो दैट्स व्हाई।
सॉरी, मेरा सवाल था कि जैसे कोई आप नई स्टेट में एंटर करे और उस नई स्टेट को मैच्योर स्टेट बनने के लिए मतलब क्या पैरामीटर्स पे आप बोलते हो कि वो अचीव हो जाते हैं तो यू विल से कि एक न्यू स्टेट हैज बिकम अ मैच्योर स्टेट? व्हाट काइंड ऑफ रेवेन्यूज स्टेट हैज टू डू टू बिकम अ मैच्योर स्टेट? Revenues, margins, retailers, number of retailers.
For the city, any city, it is 25 crores of revenue we are targeting. तो वो मोटा मोटी 2 करोड़ का बिजनेस होता है पर मंथ का, तो 25 से 30 करोड़ का बिजनेस आना चाहिए और वहां पे एक प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी स्ट्रॉन्ग आती है एंड एक स्ट्रॉन्ग कस्टमर बेस बनता है। यस।
और उस 25-30 करोड़ के लिए कितने रिटेलर्स ऑन एन एवरेज जनरली?
400 to 600 retailers you can say.
All right, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll take the next question from Anupam Agarwal. Anupam, you can unmute and ask.
Hi, sir. Thank you for taking my question. Sir, just reconciling the math, you talked about your capacity earlier. You mentioned that incrementally with the 1500 tons per month and at 80% utilization, we'll be able to do about 30,000 tons, 3,000 tons per month, which will lead to 650 crore revenue. So, sir, just doing a reconciliation of realization per kg, it comes to about 185 rupees compared to FY25 we closed at 230 rupees a kg. Am I missing something here, sir?
नहीं, तो 3000 टन है तो आप मल्टीप्लाई अगर करते हो 230 से, so that will 36,000 ton and 230 rupees per kg, so that will become 650 crores rupees.
नहीं सर, वो 820 rupees kg आता
नहीं
है।
सर, I think Anupam is correct. We'll be doing more than 700 crores, 700 to 750 crores.
मैं कंजर्वेटिव ऑलवेज 80% में मैं जाता हूँ, so always I have added for the conservative because see it's a chemical plant and maybe the plant maintenance, so हम हमेशा 80% 85% से कैपेसिटी को काउंट करते हैं, so that is a conservative guidance what I have given, so that can go to the 700 crores.
Understood. And are these expanding the incremental 1500 tons? Is this new product grades, existing products into new markets? What are we looking at? Any ballpark color on new product addition, R&D, what we are doing in terms of better grades of products? If you can touch some points there.
So in the past years, we have added these products as applications wise. तो हम अभी ये पोर्टफोलियो पे है कि जहाँ पे ग्लूइंग सॉल्यूशंस, द वाइट ग्लू की जो भी एप्लीकेशंस है वहां पे हम स्टैंड कर रहे हैं. सो I don't think so in right now current situations there is any product needed. We have the enough basket to grow from here. So we will focus more into the market spread and more penetration and more network to build for that.
Understood. So, sir, FY25, as you mentioned, we closed at 14 states. How many states in FY25 would have turned profitable?
It's a different things that profitability. See, as an example, अभी हमने यूपी में इन्वेस्टमेंट जो हम कर रहे हैं, अगर मैं वहां पे इन्वेस्टमेंट से एक लिमिटेड कर दूं, टीम बिल्डिंग लिमिटेड कर दूं, तो वो प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी पे आ जाता है. बट दैट इज नॉट द गोल प्लान. द गोल प्लान इज ऑलवेज लाइक दैट कि हमको 3 साल में एक ऐसा फंडामेंटल बेस बनाना है कि जहां पे हम एटलीस्ट 60-70% रिटेलर्स में प्रेजेंट हो टोटल मार्केट से, एंड मार्केट शेयर हमारे कम से कम 20-25 से या 30% पे जा सके. So this is how it works. It's not like that each and every state is how it is become the profitable. But all over अगर अपने देखने जाए तो 3 years is the plan what we are expecting कि यहाँ पे जो भी हमारे ओवरहेड स्टेट वाइज पे आ रहा है वो प्रॉफिटेबल 3 साल की जर्नी में हमको वो वॉल्यूम जनरेट करना रहेगा जो प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी पे ला दे स्टेट को पर्टिकुलर.
Understood. So every 3 years, new state should break even.
Yes.
Okay. Understood. My sir, last question was, you have 150 crores of cash in the balance sheet. Any plans for utilization since you don't have any big capex announcements? What are we looking at some acquisition? Why do we have such huge cash reserve?
So as I mentioned that right now हम एक as we have onboarded Mr. Pankaj Tripathi, and right now we are moving into that journey for the consumer branding also. So we are planning for 7-8% utilizations of that liquid what we have generated. And as this model has the beauty of that less capex, जैसा मैंने बताया कि 5 से 6 करोड़ हम capex करेंगे तो वहां पे सीधा 600-700 करोड़ का बिजनेस रेवेन्यू जनरेट हो सकता है. तो वो एक हमारा इन्वेस्टमेंट है, एंड मेनली इन्वेस्टमेंट इज इनटू द मार्केट. तो यहाँ पे हम हमारी इन्वेंटरीज, हमारे एडवर्टाइजमेंट, ब्रांडिंग, ट्रेड मार्केटिंग, इसमें
Got it. Sir, ये साल हम कितने नए स्टेट्स एंटर करेंगे FY26?
Right now it is tough to say exact number of states, but we are also planning for new 3-4 states in near journey. But for 1 year it is very tough to say, because as I mentioned that कि हम अभी और strengthen हम भी कर रहे हैं हमारी टीम को existing state में, and यहाँ पे भी अभी काफी कुछ market share लेना बाकी है. तो just we want to create these 500-600 crore of revenue with these existing states already.
Sir, entering new states is just, I mean, how do you enter new state? Is it just that you sign contracts with your touch points, retail touch points and stockists, or is there some sort of regulatory certifications or anything that you need to enter into a new state?
There is no any regulatory like this. Just we focus for the stockists first, the inventory, stock availability, and then after that channels we need to set for that.
Understood. Got it. Got it. Thank you so much. That also answers all my questions. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll take the next question from the line of Vijay Shah. Vijay, you can unmute and ask.
Hi, thank you. So just 2 questions from my side. One is first, I know we already discussed the debtors part, but sir, whilst you said we did have a push in the month of March, I'm sure we would have had a similar push in the month of March last year also, right?
Yes.
So the fact is that, sir, debtors have gone up from 36% of sales to 44% of sales. Effectively, sales this year has grown by 27 crores and debtors this year has grown by 31 crores.
So जैसा मैंने आपको बताया कि that will be covered within 2 months, because ये cycle होती है and retailer का एक mindset होता है. So that support we need to do, and जैसे हमने debtors ही इसलिए पूरे spreadable हमने किए हैं, जिसकी वजह से बैड डेब्ट्स नहीं आए और बिजनेस में कोई एक बड़ा इफेक्ट नहीं आए. So I think that is manageable, and we have managed this in so many years. So I don't think so that is any much risk for them. We are very confident to cover this in a timeline.
Sure. And Utkarshji, this should not be in any way saying that we wanted to book March sales at the expense of Q1. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए ना कि Q1 will become weak because हमने मार्च में 48 crore sales कर दिया था.
नहीं, वो ऐसा नहीं है. See, it's about the tertiary and about the pool. जैसा मैंने बताया कि the main business is rely on the pool, how we can generate the tertiary business. So we are very well focused, and right now हमारी all territories में dealer meets and carpenter meets what we are already executed in Q1. So we are on it, and no need to worry about that.
Sure. So second last question, sir, is that out of the growth that we expect in FY26, how much do you think will come from mature states and how much will come from new states?
Percentage wise it is tough to say, but जैसा मैंने आपको बताया कि हम दोनों
नहीं सर, परसेंटेज मत बताइए. सपोज हम 80-90 करोड़ का सेल ऐड करते हैं, आपके अंदाज से सर कितना सेल मैच्योर स्टेट से आएगा, ये एक्स्ट्रा 80-90 करोड़, और कितना नए स्टेट से आएगा?
that is really tough to say with a number right now on call, but we can definitely can come back with the details for that.
No. Thank you, sir. Thank you. All the best.
Thank you.
Take the next question from the line of Pritesh Chheda. Pritesh, you can unmute and ask.
Yes, sir. Thank you for the opportunity. So first, I want to check what portion of our territory is profitable. How much portion of our revenues is profitable, and how much portion of our revenue is break-even or not profitable. So when you say it takes 3 years for a state or for a territory to become profitable, so in our let's say 280 crores revenue, what is the proportion which is not profitable or break even?
See, जिस तरीके से हमारी बैलेंस शीट है उस तरीके से मेजॉरिटी स्टेट्स आर प्रॉफिटेबल, अदरवाइज ये ऑल ओवर प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी ही नहीं आती 26% बैट की. So 80-85% is profitable states, but in a newer state the volume is not much higher and the also overhead is not much higher. ऐसा नहीं है कि हमने आज यूपी में एग्जांपल लखनऊ में हमने 100 लोगों की टीम ले ली और वॉल्यूम पूरा डाउन है. So ये it's a parallel process to investing. So this is the business to invest in people. It's not like a capex के भी वो 1-2 महीने भी 50 करोड़ हमारे लग जाने वाले हैं. So it is a journey that we recruit the talent and we onboarded, तो placement होता है, sales generate होता है, मार्केटिंग की टीम हम onboard करते हैं, फिर वहां पे इन शॉप ब्रांडिंग्स होते हैं, तो ये इस तरीके से पूरा फ्लो जाता है. So that's why this is not a risky model what we have created.
Okay. The second question is between the 0% volume growth in 23 and 24 and the 14% volume growth in 25 and expected plus 20% volume growth in 26, what is the swing factor? So why is it that those 2 years where generally things were fine, the volume growth was 0, and last year where generally the things were a little difficult, but your volume growth was 14. So what is the swing factor?
So it's not a only one swing factor. There are so many factors. I can explain. See, it's a B2C model, और जैसा मैंने बताया कि हम 2 lakh carpenters से आज deal कर रहे हैं, right? So it is a B2C model, and that always took some time to set the ERP, CRM, consumer behaviors, the survey, the team building, the marketing, the branding, and retail business always is. I always say that B2C is always a one carrier that demand at least 20 years that demand, and as we know that what the giant has created this type of business, like Pidilite or Asian Paints, that benchmark what they have created. So it's a number of years of investment into that. So it's the patience game always, the B2C business. So it is like that. So this is the reason that we took this time, and that consolidated period we have improved our CRM, ERP systems, few channel partners we replaced, few team we replaced, we onboarded new talents, the induction training programs type of.
Okay.
Yeah.
The last question is on this marketing spend and the marketing ambassador selected. So I must congratulate you for selecting a fairly amazing marketing and brand ambassador which can have a good connect with the carpenter. So Congratulations for this selection.
Thank you. Actually, that is feedback actually we got from almost all the people we know, and what we have onboarded, that Mr. Pankaj Tripathi is the face we can cover the both categories actually for that.
Yeah, he can well associate with the carpenters. So my question is this, his engagement is for how many years? And this 6% extra spendings will flow in immediately with effect Q1, right?
No, that is, yes, immediately effect, but that is a different strategies for that, and the contract is for the 3 years. So the 6 to 7% what we are targeting for the yearly wise for that. So it will be.
So there's 2% of sales, which is your A&P expense, will head to 8% of sales as a A&P expense between Q4 and Q1, right? Because your presentation says he's already live across TV, print, OH, digital in May 2025, right? So this.
It's not that in Q1, Q2 only. That is yearly numbers. So what we have given actually depends upon the different strategies. It depends upon the strategies basically.
Okay. Done. Thank you very much, and all the best to you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll take the next question from the line of Vasu Patel. Vasu, you can unmute and ask.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
So can you hear me? Yeah. So my question is, what the percentage of sales come from the carpenter, retailers, and from the distributors? Can you give me some percentage on that?
This is the channels actually. So actually I didn't get your questions. How the percentage defined?
Means let's take an example. From carpenters, my revenue comes 15% of my revenue comes from carpenters.
No. We are not giving the carpenters actually. Retailers only. Total sales come from the retailers only.
Okay, total sales come from the retailers. Okay. And my second question is, sir, are we doing any planning for B2B business?
We have created this model already, and that is the modular furniture makers. So right now 5% of our revenue come from this model, and maybe it will go to the 10 to 15% B2B will get in next 2-3 years.
Okay. And for the B2B, the margin will remain same, right?
No, B2B is a little suppressed margin for that.
Okay. So can we expect 15 to 20% of margin?
Yes.
For B2B?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, sir. That's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next question from the line of Moksh Lanka. Moksh, you can unmute and answer.
Hello, I wanted to ask, we are entering certain states like Delhi and UP, which are in the northern area. And I wanted to understand, our products are generally high margin products compared to, if I compare with Jeevan Jyot. So what is the product difference which makes our product high margin?
So as a Euro, we have differentiate ourselves as a multifunctional gluing solutions. What we are on that. So the elements what we have added that differentiate ourselves. So हमारी टैगलाइन है कि सिर्फ जोड़ो नहीं, फायदों के साथ जोड़ो. So we are giving the waterproof, anti-termite, weatherproof, fast drying, high coverage solutions. So the furniture has not only the requirement of jodna, not only the strength. With the strength, we are giving this type of elements also. So that differentiate ourselves.
Okay, so other brands like Jeevan Jyot and all, they are, you mean to say that their quality is inferior to us, and that is because they only provide the strength and not other benefits like waterproof.
On this call, I cannot give this detailed clarification of the other company, other brands or comparison into that.
Okay, no issue. That's it from me.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll take the last question from the line of Rajat Sethia.
Hi, thanks for the follow-up. Just one or two quick questions about the carpenter business that we do. So how do we measure the sales that are done by carpenters?
Sorry, can you come again?
How do we measure the sales or the business that is done through the carpenter channel?
Okay, so we have the loyalty programs and digital platform. So by the points they have scanned, we can measure the carpenters for that. So that CRM, the customized CRMs we have developed.
Okay. Okay. So every carpenter will have a unique ID in a way.
Yes.
Okay. And sir, any particular reason why are they not spending this money? I mean, this 95 crore is a big number. They are just accumulating these points.
See, as an example, in Gujarat, if we talk about the Gujarat, तो बहुत सारे कारपेंटर्स है जो हमारे एक यूरो ब्रांड से लॉयल्टी के साथ जुड़े हैं, उनकी हर साइट्स पे भी यूरो आ रहा है. इन अर्लियर स्टेज इट वाज नॉट लाइक दैट. जैसा मैंने आपको बताया कि शुरुआत छोटे छोटे वॉल्यूम से होती है. देन व्हेन ही फाइंड्स द बेटर सॉल्यूशंस ऑफ हिज वर्क, द एप्लीकेशंस, द क्वालिटी, द सर्विस, the entire things, and then slowly carpenters, the customer move into that particular products. So अभी कैसा है कि they have the plan, we need to understand the behavior and mindset of them. So अगर कोई कारपेंटर है, उनकी डॉटर अगर नेक्स्ट ईयर में 10th में आ रही है, तो उसको पता है ट्यूशंस वगैरह के लिए उसको एक्टिवा लेना है. सो he'll do the plan कि भाई नहीं, मैं यूरो से एक्टिवा ले लूंगा, उनका पॉइंट करके 1 साल में मेरा एक्टिवा आ जाएगा, काइंड ऑफ. So that emotions is relate to our business, and then Euro provide the Activa. So वो happiness एक अलग होती है कि वहां पे उनको ये एक होम अप्लायंस, एक ये चीज उनको मिल गई है. So we are not stopping to them to do this. उल्टा वो हमारे से लॉयल है, वो हमारी हर साइड्स पे यूरो ही ले रहा है. तो इस तरीके से हो रहा है. So that's why I always say कि ये जब इन्वेस्टर बोलते हैं कि सर ये 90 करोड़ का लायबिलिटीज कम हो जाएगा क्या, तो इट्स नॉट लायबिलिटी, आई थिंक, बिकॉज वी हैव क्रिएटेड द 147 करोड़ ऑफ कैश अगेंस्ट इनटू दैट. तो दिस इज हाउ इट हैपेंस.
अंडरस्टूड. सर एक और सवाल इसी से रिलेटेड कि आउट ऑफ दिस 95 करोड़ कितना पिछले 3 सालों में क्रिएट हुआ होगा?
मोस्ट ऑफ द 3 सालों में क्रिएट हुआ होगा. बहुत कम, आई थिंक 10 to 20% जो है वो उसके पहले का होगा.
ओके. तो सर एज्यूमिंग कि 70-75 अभी पिछले 3 सालों में बना होगा, तो इज इट फेयर टू से कि मतलब एक तरीके से तो ये एक्सपेंस ही है हमारा, और ये पीएनएल से तो अभी पास थ्रू हुआ नहीं होगा.
दिनेश जी, कैन यू एक्सप्लेन दिस?
No, Rupesh, what's the question? Because
so
like
question
we've
is, yeah,
explained.
sorry to interrupt. I'll just lay out my whole question. So is it fair to say that this expense or this liability that we are talking about, 95 crores, it hasn't been passed through the P&L yet?
Yeah. So as per India's revenue recognition, as and when these points get redeemed, all of this eventually will come in the revenue as well as other expenditure.
When they get redeemed.
Yeah, as and when it gets redeemed. So it is effectively an EBITDA, absolute EBITDA neutral event when it gets redeemed.
Okay, so 95 crore will also be shown in revenues, you were saying?
Yes. The proportionate, as and when, let's assume 20 crores gets redeemed, 20 crores will get added to revenue, 20 crores gets added to other expenses.
Okay. So
or redemption.
Understood. So it will be basically a pass-through entry.
Yes. That's how the accounting is. And when it gets redeemed, against that, the cash flows out.
Why will it be shown under revenues?
Because this is deferment of revenue. Proportionate expense के related deferment of revenue होता है. So proportionate revenue, proportionate expense moves out to liability for expenses, right? It stands on the receivables on the other side of the balance sheet. And when it gets redeemed, it flows back to the revenue and expense in the same size.
So expense getting deferred, being shown as liability is fine, but what about revenue? Where are we showing it in the balance sheet? Deferred revenue?
It stands in the receivable, no?
Receivable. Okay.
It's outstanding.
So in a way, our true margins of the business which we are reporting right now is 30% will get reduced, right? To that extent.
See, in absolute terms, it's a EBITDA neutral event. Now, if I keep doing this adjustment every quarter, so there is some redemption and some creation happening every quarter, right?
Yeah.
So what you're seeing is the net result of that only.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because like we've said in previous calls also, the total creation versus total redemption, the net impact in revenue will not be more than 5 to 10 crores per year. Right? So there is something getting redeemed and there is something getting created. So the margin that you're seeing today is a result of after that exercise.
So can I request for a one-on-one call to understand this
Yeah.
concept
Sure.
in detail?
Sure.
Okay.
Definitely.
All right, I'll do so. Thank you so much. Thanks for your time.
Thank you. So since that was the last question for the day, would you like to give any closing comments, Utkarshi?
So thank you very much, all of you. And I hope what we have guided and we are on it, and we'll try our best as a Euro team to make this brand most preferable brand into the white glue solutions, and we'll keep continue growing. Thank you very much for believing us and supporting us. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And that brings us to the end of today's con call. Thank you to all the participants and the management team for joining on the call. Thank you.